How's it going, folks? So the band Aryem are back with a new song called Sellout. I can't help myself. Every time this band releases a new song, I'm always just really curious, and I like to do a reaction because they're like a symphonic metal band, melodic metal band that really brings in some interesting influences into their music. They're not content just doing the same old thing. Like their previous song was like mariachi metal. It was so tight. And this one apparently is like K-pop and reggaeton influenced. So again, it's so much fun just hearing what they come up with. So I'm really looking forward to this. So let's just get on with it, shall we? Rangers, go. Wow. I mean, that was some wild stuff. First thing I'll say, I'm always honest with you folks. This one was not my favorite. I I didn't care for this one so much. Part of that I think is just the direction they went. The influences aren't really my cup of tea. Um, I'll admit that I think they did a really great job. With the style and stuff like that. It's just a style this time that is a bit too far out of my wheelhouse, that I just didn't. This one didn't resonate with me as much. But I'll admit, though, I do think they did a good job with it. It's not that they did a bad job. They did a good job with it. It's just this style isn't really for me. So this song itself, not my favorite one that they've done. I didn't care for it so much. There's certain elements that I dug. I love the bam 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 bam. Like I like some of those melodies and stuff, and like the keyboard and the different things they did. The one spot it sounded like they're scratching like a record when her vocals first start. It's like it's through like a filter that sounds very kind of like the songs you hear like on the radio that are either like reggaeton or just pop and things like that. So they definitely did a really good job with that, like emulating those styles and things. It's just those styles aren't really for me. So I don't know how. I mean, I guess there are exceptions. Sometimes I do like those kind of influences, I guess. Like one prime example that I really liked back in the day was Nanowar of Steel with their song Norwegian Reggaeton. I dug that. And that's kind of like the song I think that really sort of put them on the map and whatever. But anywho, so I guess there's exceptions. And again, there's elements in this song that I did like. But as a whole, it's not really my thing per se. Again, though, I thought some of those headbanging, like guitar riff moments were really cool. Really like the keyboard stuff that they did. It was interesting having some harsh vocals in there. At first, I didn't know how I felt about it, but, it kind of grew on me towards the end. It wasn't, like, all the way through the song. It was kind of just during that real headbanging spots just to really kind of, it's like a punch, I thought vocally she did a really, really good job, through some of those kind of faster, like the more reggaeton moments. Her voice, she suited that really well. She did a great job. And then the chorus, kind of like the chorus, I'm not quite sure which was the chorus, whether it was the headbanging, sellout, harsh spot, or if it was the more melodic, higher register vocal moment that she did, which I'm assuming is like the K-pop influence section. So vocally, I thought she did a really, really great job. And musically, again, they did a really good job emulating the different styles. Some of the spots I couldn't help myself were definitely groovy. I couldn't help but move to it. The drums did a really great job. I was listening, though, for like the classic reggaeton beat. Dun, 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 dun. I didn't quite hear that, but still, the drums throughout the different sections did a really great job. And again, like the guitars, I like the riffs, and I mean, there's nothing like bad I can say about the song. I've already said this. The last time I'll say it. I think they did a really, really great job emulating the style. Sounded authentic, but brought into more of like a metal kind of realm, the Aryem style. But it's just the styles just. These influences, I guess, just weren't quite for me. So the song itself, not my favorite thing ever. But I still appreciate what they did, and I'll always appreciate what they do because I just love that creativity. That they're willing to try different things and talk about talent because such a wide variety of influences that they do for their different songs. And they nail it. I mean, they just have so much talent in this band. It's just wild. So yeah, certainly there was enjoyment to be had. I was definitely grooving with some of the spots and digging like the little things that they threw in there. But this one's just a bit too far outside my wheelhouse, I would say. But again, I thought they did a great job though. executing it and things like that. And I certainly think that it's something that folks who kind of like the different styles they were influenced by for this song, I definitely think that they'll enjoy, this a lot, because it's certainly quality. So, yeah, anywho, that's that. Let me know, folks, in the comments below what you thought of this one. I'd be very curious to know. And I'm always going to be looking forward to the next one. Who knows what they're going to do? Maybe they should do like a polka, influenced song. That would be kind of like Bavarian, polka, kind of some yodeling. Oh, that would be hype, alpine metal. But anywho, time will tell. But yeah, let's talk about this one in the comments. I'll catch you next time. Ranger out.